Here are the answers for the section 13-1 homework. For question number 1, we're given the first term in a sequence of numbers, and we're told the common difference is 2. What we're asked to do is write out the first 4 terms. So you write the first one down, 1, and then you add the difference 2. So 1 plus 2 makes 3, 3 plus 2 makes 5, 5 plus 2 makes 7. There are the first 4 terms of the sequence. The next one can be done the same way. So the first term is 2, then apply the difference, negative 1.3. So 2 minus 1.3 is 0.7. And then 0.7 minus 1.3 is negative 0.6. And then negative 0.6 minus 1.3 is negative 1.9. So there are the first 4 numbers in the sequence. Number 5, we're given the first number is 1, and then we're told that D, the difference, is 2k. So the next would be 1 plus 2k. Then take that answer and add 2k again. So now we have 1 plus 4k. Take that answer and add 2k. So we have 1 plus 6k. There are the first 4 numbers in the sequence. Now in number 7, we're given that the first term of a sequence is 1, that the common difference is 3, and we're asked to find the 10th term. So to represent the 10th term in symbols, I wrote A sub 10. You could also write T sub 10 to mean the 10th term. One way to get the answer is start with the first number being 1, and then repeatedly add 3 until you get to the 10th number in the list. But instead of writing that all out and finding out what the 10th number is, let's apply a formula that'll get us the answer quicker. The general term formula for an arithmetic sequence is on page 496 of the book, and that formula is that the nth term of the sequence is equal to the first term plus n minus 1 times d, meaning that you're adding the value of d 1 fewer times than the term that you're interested in finding. So if we want to find the 10th term, t sub 10 or a sub 10, you take the first number, which is 1, and add on 10 minus 1 times d, which is a 3. So 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, and 1 plus 27 is 28. Number 9 we can approach in the same way. So to find the 21st term, start with the first number, which is negative 2, and add on 21 minus 1 times the value of d, which is 4. So 21 minus 1 is 20, 20 times 4 is 80, and negative 2 plus 80 is 78. Number 11, we can do the same way. If we want to find the 8th term, take the first term, which is 3i, and add on 8 minus 1 times the value of d, which is negative 2i. So this makes 3i plus 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 times negative 2i is negative 14i. Combining like terms, we have negative 11i. Number 13, we're going to skip this one because it involves trigonometry, and we skipped the chapters about trigonometry this year. Number 15, we're given this sequence of numbers. We can see that our first number, A, is 1/3, and looking from term to term, we can figure out what D is. It looks like we're adding 2/3 each time. So if we want to find the 30th term, A sub 30 is equal to the first term, which is 1/3, plus 30 minus 1 times the value of d, which is 2/3. 30 minus 1 is 29. 29 times 2/3 makes 58/3. And then adding these together, we get 59/3. Number 17. We know that the first term, A, is 3 times the square root of 3, and then looking from term to term, we can figure out what D is. it looks like it's adding 3 square root of 3 each time. So to get the 11th term, we take the first one, 3 square root of 3, and then add 11 minus 1 times the value of d. So this makes 3 square root of 3 plus, and then 11 minus 1 is 10. 10 times 3 is 30 square root of 3. Adding these together, it is 33 square root of 3. Number 19. Again, we have an arithmetic sequence. The value of a is x minus y. And then looking from term to term, we can figure out what d is. It looks like d is a y, because x minus y plus y makes the x be by itself. X plus y makes x plus y, and so on. So if we want to get the 40th term, you take the value of a, which is x minus y, and then add on 40 minus 1 times the value of d, which was the letter y. So this is x minus y plus 39y. Combining like terms, our answer is x plus 38y. Number 21, which term of this sequence is the number 142? So here we have an arithmetic sequence. The value of a is 2. And looking from term to term, it's adding 7 every time. Which of the terms in the list is 142? What we want to find out is, what is the value of n in our formula? So the general formula was t sub n equals, or you can use a sub n, that doesn't matter, a plus n minus 1 times d. In this case, our t sub n is 142. The value of a is 2. We don't know what n is. And d is 7. Now let's solve this equation for n. So first thing to do, subtract 2 from both sides. We have 140 is equal to 7n minus 7 when you do the distributive property. Now add 7 to both sides. Then divide by 7. So n is 21. The 21st term in the sequence of numbers will be 142. On page 497 for the problems, we have some story problems. So number 1, a man takes a job and he earns $6,000 a year. So notice I took that information, I wrote it as the first number in a sequence. He receives annual increases of $500. So in the second year, his salary would be $6,500. In his third year of working, his salary is $7,000, and so on. The point is that A is 6,000 and that D is 500. The question says, what will be his salary in his 7th year on the job? So that means I want to find the 7th number in the list, A sub 7. So A sub 7 equals the value of A plus 7 minus 1 times D, which is 500. So this is 6,000 plus 6 times 500. This is 9,000. And so he'll make $9,000 in his 7th year on the job. Number 6, a ball which rolls off of a penthouse terrace falls 16 feet in the first second. So I made a sequence of numbers in which the very first number is 16 feet. How far the ball traveled in that first second. It falls 48 feet in the next second. So my next number was 48 feet. It falls 80 feet in the next second. And so the next number in the list was 80, and so on. If it continues to fall in this manner, how far does it go in the 7th second? I want to find what the 7th number in the sequence is. So we need to look for a pattern. So comparing 16 to 48, it looks like that the value of D is 32. From 48 to 80, hey, it's 32 again. The pattern is to add 32 every time. So using our formula, a sub 7 is equal to the starting value of 16 plus 7 minus 1 times 32. Let's take a calculator and evaluate that. 7 minus 1 is 6, 6 times 32, and then add 16, makes 208. So in the 7th second, the ball will fall 208 feet.